Hey, hello, what's up guys, it's Jamie, aka the Economist, coming at you with another video in the Market Talk series. EA have just released the hero Ronaldo, and that's going to do all sorts of crazy things for the market. So we're going to be talking about three things. One is going to be those of you that have investments, maybe informed cards, maybe high-rated gold players, what you should do with those cards. Those of you that have been doing the mass bidding techniques or the 59th minute techniques and are caught with a bunch of players that also bottomed out in price because of the release of the Ronaldo, what you should do with those cards. And then maybe the third is going to be something that we can do to take advantage of this mini market crash. So we'll see if there's anything we can do about those things. So EA are obviously going to be releasing a lot of special packs to take advantage of the hype around this Ronaldo. And what that's going to do, obviously, is increase the supply in the market and the prices are going to fall. So what does that mean for those of you that have investments in informs from previous weeks or gold players from previous weeks? Well, the way I see it, there are one of two options, and which option you choose depends on the properties of your card. If, say for example, your card has a elastic demand, which means that people are really sensitive to a change in price in it, that would mean that you're probably going to want to wait until the end of next week on Friday or Saturday to sell that card on. You're probably going to make a loss, unfortunately, but at this point, that's the best you can do. Anyone that's caught with a card that isn't special for some reason is going to be making a loss in the next coming weeks. I do think that the market will rebound slightly after this dip from Ronaldo, but we also have to take into consideration that, as I talked about in my last Market Talk video, the macro trend is that after October, the market starts to dip. And there's really nothing we can do about that. You're going to have to take a loss. For those of you that have what I like to call a sort of a special investment, or an investment that has a card that has inelastic demand, then you're going to be okay. You're going to hold on to your card for a bit longer. And what makes a card inelastic? Well, basically what that means is it has to be a card that is valuable to a certain sector of the market where they are willing to pay almost any price for it, and the demand is going to be pretty much off the charts for that card. So this includes players that are the best in their position, the best in their league, where, say, consumers don't have another option. Say, for example, in a certain league, the player that you have is the only left back available. They're the only good left back that can possibly be made or put into squads. Well, there's less of a chance that that card is going to drop in price. And other factors include, are they on a team that has a really strong following? Maybe that's not the most popular team. That's important. It can't be. If it's a really popular team, then other people are going to want players from that team as well. But if it's, say, a second division team or maybe a lower level team, then Bundesliga, Premier League, Liga BBVA, but people are really passionate about that team, then there's a good chance that if that player is sort of the hero for that team, then their price will stay relatively where it is. This is also especially true for people, or cards rather, that are from countries that are smaller, and maybe they're not the highest rated players, but they're sort of national heroes for that country. Demand for those players is going to be really high. Just an example, he wasn't released this week, so I can use an example. If you had a card like Landon Donovan or something like that, obviously he doesn't play for the national team anymore, but United States, the demand for a Landon Donovan was really high, because, or Clint Dempsey would be really high, because the United States sort of idolizes him, and their demand for him would be really high, and it wouldn't really matter if the rest of the market was crashing. People would still pay a lot of money for him. So you want to take in consideration those criteria when you're considering whether or not to sell your investments next week on Friday, or to hold on to them for a little bit long. Alright, so a question I get a lot too is, Jamie, I've been doing the mass bidding technique, and I was doing the 59th minute technique right when they released the Ronaldo team of the hero card, and now I'm sitting on a 15% loss. What on earth do I do? I can't lose now 15k coins. Well, rest assured that those cards are most likely going to rebound. If you're bidding on in the Goldilocks zone, from between 1 to 5k, those cards are going to rebound. When they're going to rebound, probably going to be next week when Ronaldo's out of packs, maybe a Friday, Saturday. You could sell the one maybe on Thursday, but you are going to want to focus on selling them late at night on a Friday or a Saturday, maybe even a Sunday, and the prices should go back to normal. Don't panic sell. That's the last thing you want to do. if you have 40 of a certain card and you list them all up, that's just going to drop the price of that player even more. So that's the last thing you want to do. Avoid doing that. Hold on to the cards. Everything's going to be okay. Just list them up a little bit later. Alright, so the most surefire way to take advantage of this mini market dip is by investing in consumables. The demand for them is always going to be there, but when supply outweighs the demand for consumables, the price goes way down. And especially if you use sort of a modified 59th minute technique and you're on the 59th minute of said consumable and you're just sort of perusing back and forth, paging back and forth, the chances that you're going to find a consumable listed up way below its proper buy now price is pretty darn high. So yeah, you can use that, buy them now and then sell them on maybe next week or something like that, and you'll definitely be sure to make a profit. It's definitely the most safe way to take advantage of this market dip. Because investing in any other cards, unless you're absolutely certain that their demand is going to be inelastic, is a little bit risky. Because the way I see it, the market's only going to rebound for about a week after this dip, and then it's going to go back down, following the sort of regular macro trend that the market follows around the October time period. Other than that, if you guys have any more questions, talk to me on Twitter, talk to me in the comments down below, message me on the futhead forums or even in the EA discussion forums, and I'll answer any specific questions. I didn't want to give any sweeping recommendations in this video, fearing that I would cause some sort of negative market impact for any of you that were considering doing the opposite of what I told you. If you've liked the content, leave a like. If you're new around here, maybe you'd subscribe. Both of them are free. Other than that, it's been Jamie, aka the FUD Economist. Keep your trade piles full, stay rational, and I'll see you in the next video.